Think I'm live, think I'm live. I think I've got interference again, I hope not. As you can see from the title of this live stream, I'm going to be talking about SafeCoin. I'm going to be talking about SafeCoin Masternodes. I'm going to be talking about how these are going to be implemented. I'll just close this window. So, what am I talking about? Well, if I get my window up here. Right, so you guys know about the SafeCoin project. You know what it's all about. I've talked about it before. You know that I help out in the team. This is a SafeCoin website, and today they shared this. safenodes.org. They are coming, SafeNodes. So before anyone asks, no, there is no information about what's happening. There is no information about what the minimum requirement is, or what the setup is going to be, or anything like that. We don't know what's going to happen. And I don't think the team knows either, because what the team is doing, and I think they're right in doing this, is that the team has created a SafeNodes discussion room. So if you go to Discord, you can see there's a SafeNodes discussion room. Everyone is chatting about it. They're all giving discussions, and they're drawing comparisons to other coins that they have invested in or they know about. And the discussion has been really good so far. So I thought we'd do a live stream. This is what this live stream is all about. We're going to talk about the SafeNode masternodes. But what we are seeing, from a masternodes point of view, is applicable to all masternodes. What I'd like to focus on in this live stream is talk about the minimum requirements, whether a tiered masternode system is good, how these, what percentage it should be, all these kind of things. I've talked about masternodes a lot, but I haven't really delved deep into how masternodes are structured and all that. So hopefully we can have an interesting discussion about it. I realize some of you guys might want to talk about mining, or you might want to talk about trading or news and other things. I'm sure we'll touch upon something at one point, but I'd like to focus most of the attention on SafeNodes. That is a big announcement today. So, hi Salty Taco. Hi HHK Lassie. You can buy SafeCoin at safe.trade. It's still relatively cheap. I do believe that may change in the future, I believe, with masternodes, etc. But I don't want to talk about price or anything like that, really. Well, I guess we'll be touching upon price because of the minimum requirement and all that for coins. So there's a lot of things to analyze when something like this happens, when there's masternodes have been announced. And it's one of those things that I keep changing my mind, because they created a SafeNodes room, and I must admit, like, a lot of people are bringing up some really good points, and I'm not going to say it's flipping or changing my mind completely as to what I thought a masternode should be, but there's a lot of good points being brought up as to how this masternode system is being set up. So thanks to everyone who's tuning in. Please do say hello if you're watching. And where am I? Right, so sorry, I'm getting caught up with different things here. That's very rude of me. So as far as masternodes go, as far as what this is all about, there's a lot of things to cover, guys. There's a lot of things to look at, because it's a balancing act. As far as, well, primarily you need to think about security. You need to think of the actual purpose of masternodes, but you also have to think about a lot of different things, as far as what percentage of the block reward they get, how difficult the entry point is, as far as minimum requirements are, and all that as well. So it's an interesting discussion. Hi Brock. So I'm going to jump over and show some of the discussions that have been over the last few hours, because I was taking part in it. And you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. And this, I mean, I kind of covered this a little bit. Hi Wardo. I covered this a little bit in my video today about the announcement, and the announcement really is, that's all it is. It's a teaser. It's a heads up. The masternodes are coming, and Jeff Galloway has decided to open the SafeNodes discussion room, and this is it. So there's a lot of discussions going here, you know, all day long. I don't even know how far to scroll back because we've been talking about it all day. So let me see, scroll back. So the good thing is I'm suggesting things, other people are suggesting things, and some people are disagreeing, and we're all changing our opinion. We're not changing our opinion, but we're all taking comments on board. You know, someone suggested that we have a tiered node system, and someone was saying that we should do a lock nodes. So you should lock your investment in the nodes. And the idea being that I mean, I don't know how this works, if it's practical, I really don't know. And again, as a reminder, I don't know how practical any of this stuff is that we're talking from a development point of view. I'm just talking about from a user's point of view. And a lot of us were talking about locking nodes in for a specified period of time. And I kind of, you know, suggested one example. Level 1, you would, you know, a specified number of coins, but you'd have to commit coins for a month. And then level 2, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. So if you're investing more coins, you have to lock more coins in for a longer period of time. I don't know how practical that is from a development point of view, or whether it presents any legal problems. I know someone mentioned, I think Rocky mentioned, that this could cause some problems from a legal point of view, but I'm not sure. But the idea being that, well, one of the problems with masternodes right now is that, well, especially new coins, is that they're all pump and dump coins. They're all weighted at, you know, giving coins to people that are in there first, and, you know, and then 2 weeks later they dump all the coins. So I think locking coins in for a long period of time, I know some people, it will scare a lot of people away, but in a good way, I think it separates people that are serious about the project and people that aren't. Hi, Mad RB. Yeah, I'm having a good day. Hi, John. You've got 8 rigs. There's no calculator I can find to calculate earnings for 1445 Equihash. There is a bot. There is a bot in the SafeCoin Discord. And if you go to the bot room, you can put in your hash power. You can see Elixir has put hash power 140. So if you know your hash rate, John, go in there and look at, you know, put in hash power, exclamation mark, hash power space, and then your total hash power. And it will tell you what roughly you will get. But, you know, as you would expect, it goes up and down depending on the hash rate and all that. The other place to check is really just to mine. Like, if you mine Equipool for, you know, even just 10 minutes or a half an hour or something, they give you a daily, weekly, like an hourly, daily, weekly, and monthly profit, like projection, sorry. And they'll tell you roughly how many coins you can earn. It's one of those things, though. I don't know how accurate the bot is and how accurate the pool is, especially when the hash rate is changing. I use it as a rough guide more than, you know, concrete evidence as to that's exactly what I'm going to get. Hi, Francois. Hi, Hugh. Hugh says, does this mean SafeCoin Masternode is a scam because you made a video on it? I didn't say that, Hugh. You're misinterpreting what I said in the past. I didn't say all masternodes were scams at all. In fact, I repeatedly said that the problem I've had recently is most of the new coins with masternodes are scams, because what they're doing is right off from block 1, they're giving like 50% to masternodes, and, you know, on day 1, the people that set up with masternodes tend to be the development team or early investors or people that have got large farms, and it's very weighted towards the people that have got invested in the project on day 1. But there's some really good projects out there that do have nodes. Dash is a fantastic project. Zencash is another one, and there's, you know, I think Snowgem is going to add nodes as well. So I didn't say that, Hugh. Feel free to go back and look at my older videos though, if you don't. I didn't watch the video, just the title. Okay. No, I didn't say that. I basically say, if you look at all the I mean, I basically explain it in the video that you're referring to, but if you look at the video that I was referring to, what I say is the new coins that are coming out, they don't have a roadmap or a white paper, sometimes don't have a website, and they're asking people for money for masternodes, and it is becoming like ICOs were 6 months ago or 12 months ago. But there are legit projects with masternodes, and there are... No, it's okay, Hugh. No, it's okay. No need to apologise. But there are legit reasons to have masternodes as far as security. But it is a fair point that you're bringing up, Hugh, because you know, from the team's point of view, one of the things that we would have to address is the fact that it's not a scam, that, you know, it is a legitimate thing and it is being introduced not to pump the price, but for security reasons or whatever. Hi, Igor from New Zealand. Whereabouts in New Zealand? I lived there myself for 5 or 6 months. Great country. Love it. I see you made a video on hash rates for NVIDIA. Yeah, I would still say though, John, the best thing to do is test it for like 30 minutes or so and see what hash rates you get and get an idea of what you get from mining it. There's there might be a calculator out there though that if you plug it in, it might give you an idea. If you tell me what GPUs you've got, I might be able to help you and give you an idea of what you could get. Hi, Di. Good to see you again. I'm doing well, mate. Did you see my comment Discord about upgrading nodes over time? I don't think so. Obviously, I jumped on the stream, so I've maybe missed it. Hold on. Hopefully, I've not derailed the discussion. I've stole the discussion from the SafeCoin Discord. So I'll scroll down, see what I just posted. I posted the video there. Jump to present. I shared my link to this video, so that may be there. Right, so I'm looking for a comment from Richard. When did do you know roughly what time you said that, Richard, or can you just post it again? Oh, there it's here. Organic growth and stops whales being the first one to jump the tier. Bronze, silver, gold tier would be good as well. Right, I assume there's another comment here. Right, is this the one you're talking about? 25,000 coins for the first node. After 6 months, you can upgrade the tier for another 25,000, then 6 months later upgrade for 50,000 for the final tier node. Think of the future, not what we could do if nodes were here now. That's a very good suggestion. I'd never even thought of that. That's a really good suggestion, Richard. I like that. I like the idea of staging it so that someone just can't come in with a ton of money and just, you know, buy up all the, you know, set up millions of masternodes. You can maybe do that. You can only get the second tier of masternode once you've invested for 6 months, and after 6 months you can put another commitment to masternodes. Very, very interesting, and I do like the idea of rewarding people long term who are supporting the project as well. And if you're only going to open up these, you know, these higher nodes, these higher tiered nodes, then it does kind of make sense when you think about it. That's a very good suggestion. It's a good idea to, you know, perhaps reward people with more opportunities who have been, you know, perhaps running a node for 3 months or 6 months or something like that. Hi, Krishna. As far as thinking of the future, I don't consider myself a whale when it comes to SafeCoin. I do have some coins there, and I should hopefully be able to get some nodes up. But I 100% agree. I don't care if I shoot myself in the foot and I get low returns with the masternodes, as far as, you know, because, you know, if you've got a lot of coins, it probably isn't in your interest to have some sort of pump and dump type masternode system where you get a huge amount of rewards if you're in there the first few weeks. But long term, that does more damage to the project than anything else. And really what I'd like is a good return, a return that's attractive enough to, you know, encourage people to invest in the coin, but one that doesn't, you know, attract pump and dumpers, one that, you know, requires people to make a commitment, but they will be rewarded for it long term. And then this is where we're talking about tying up, you know, tying up investments or nodes, you know, and saying, well, you can only get this after 3 months, or you can only invest, maybe you have to invest your coins for a period of 6 months or whatever. I don't know the ins and outs of how we do this, and I am conscious of the fact that if you start making it overcomplicated, it makes it too difficult for people to understand. I think what you were saying, like a bronze, silver, gold tier system, I think that's a good idea. I like that, Richard. Right, so more comments here. John Cardwell, 61080s, 61070s, 61080 Ti's. Right, from again, as far as the hash rate goes, for 1080 Ti's, I believe the hash rate on mine, I've got mine's powered down to like 55%, and I'm still getting 50 sols. I believe for I believe for if you push the power up to maybe 80% or so, you're probably only going to get about 55 sols. Sorry, I've got a comment. It's just one thing. Right. So sorry, John. Yes. I don't know what the hash rates are. It tells you in the EWBF mining thread, but again, I think the best thing, if anyone knows the total hash rate for that would be 61080s, 61070s, and 61080 Ti's. I know for 1080 Ti's I'm getting around 50, but I've powered I've reduced the power on those cards. Big Tweak says, Kev, some points from the chat to help as a reminder. 1. Node coin cost and tiers. 2. Lockdown periods with and varying percentage earnings. 3. New tiers opening over time. 4. Any legal issues with coin becoming a security if a masternode. 5. Limiting percentage of coin supply permitted to be locked up in nodes as not to hinder supply and liquidity. Yeah, fantastic comments, Big Tweak. I really do appreciate you posting that because I'm trying to summarise a lot of what we were talking about earlier while reading comments. I'm not the best multitasker. Yes, Big Tweak basically summarised all the major points that have been discussed today. First, right, we'll think about the node coin cost. You've got the entry point. So if you've got 3 different tiers, bronze, silver, gold. How much does it cost to get the minimum and the medium and the highest masternode? How much does it cost? How many coins do you have to commit to it? And that's a difficult thing to say. You know, a lot of people say that a masternode should only be a few $100s, but the price of SafeCoin right now is, in my opinion, undervalued. And when masternodes are actually launched, we should see more people trying to buy coins, and the price will go up because people that do have coins will be tying them up in masternodes. So that is one thing that you have to consider as far as the entry point, as far as how many coins. Number 2, lockdown periods and varying percentage earnings, as in if you've got, if you lock it in for a longer period of time, maybe you would get 10% return per annum instead of 7% or something like that. New tiers opening over time, that's the one that Richard suggested. I really like that idea. Legal issues of a coin becoming a security. Again, that's something that we need to consider, because certain things we might, the team, Jeff and the team might want to implement certain things in the coin and masternodes, but they can't because of legal reasons. And the last one, this is something I was talking about as well, because it's kind of catch-22, because you want to encourage people to invest in the project and almost tie up their coins long term to support the project. But at the same time, SafeCoin is a coin that's the main trading pair in SafeTrade. It's the main trading pair in an exchange. And tying up coins kind of goes against that in some respect, as far as it's better to have liquidity. I don't know what other SafeCoin holders, I don't know what their strategy is as far as what they plan to do with masternodes. But I like the idea of perhaps securing a lot of money in masternodes, and then I spend the profits that I make. So the returns, perhaps I could put some of it to another node down the line. But I like the idea of trading the profits, the daily profits from SafeCoin, and I can cash out so that I get a little bit of money out from my investment. But there's lots of ways to look at this. Brock is saying that, Richard was saying there's 760 sols for John's setup. Mad R8B would like to start mining SafeCoin. What's the best pool to use? We'll mine NVIDIA 960s, 2 gigabyte cards, mine this coin. I don't think they will, if I'm honest. The minimum requirement for 1445 is 2 gigabytes. So I haven't tested it. This is why I'm saying I don't know. I would suspect the minimum is 4 gigabyte to run it, or 3 gigabyte, sorry, to run it efficiently. But I think with 2 gigabyte, it might be too low to run 1445. Someone might be able to clarify that for me, but I haven't heard of anyone with like a 1050 Ti or a 960 mining 1445. I just got a message there. Archimedes recommended me posting this. So Archimedes, if you're watching, thank you for that. He says that one thing that may help you. Advise people that to keep in mind that safe nodes are possibly different from what they know about masternodes. If questions come up about what they mean, you could tell people to study our code base and fork technology, because they seem to think a lot about the regular masternodes, crazy return on investment, get rich quick schemes. Yes, that's something that is worth clarifying. The purpose of masternodes primarily is, I would say, security, but you need this is what Hugh was saying. This is what Hugh was saying as far as masternodes being scams. Unfortunately, right now in the current climate, we've got coins coming out, and it's kind of like a wash, rinse, repeat. They launch a coin, they ask for 0.2 or 0.5 Bitcoin, and they say, hey, you can get a masternode. This will buy you 10,000 coins. The people in the first few weeks make a lot of money, and after that, they dump the coin, the price goes down. 3-4 months down the line, it won't surprise me if the project is abandoned. That is completely not what the SafeCoin team is looking to do, thankfully. And if it was what the coin was, what the project was trying to do, I'd be trying to sell my coins, because I'm thinking years down the line. I'm trying not to think weeks or months. And thankfully, if you look at the comments in the Discord area, most of the comments from people were, seem to agree with that there's so many people here that are like, listen, I'll lock up my coins for a year, I'll lock up my coins for 6 months, I'm happy to tie it to a node for that long. And that's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see commitments to the project in that regard. Krista, which coin mining possible new FPGA graphics cards? I think you're quite vague there. I'd need more information about what you're trying to say. Thanks, Richard. Thanks for sharing that for John as far as the hash rate goes. Just realized I posted that to the wrong room. So there's a lot of things to take into account here. Richard was saying in the Discord there, I'm not holding nowhere near what I suggested. It would take me about 5 years to mine what I suggested. It's one of those things though. What's clear from the discussions today is that everyone's got a different opinion on what a masternode should have, and I don't know if there's any right or wrong way to do it. It's quite difficult, because as Big Tweak was saying, in addition to the minimum requirement, you have to discuss the minimum requirement as far as how many coins you would need to actually invest in a coin. But you also have to think of the block reward. You have to think of the block reward. The way the Zencash does it, in fact, I'll find you the website that shows you what Zencash, and I think Zencash, if I can find it, I like the way that they've got it split. It's transparent. It's very easy to understand. Alright, okay. I'm just going to search for the Zencash website and I'll find this. I think it's in their new white paper. Now, this is the thing, guys. I think we can draw inspiration from other coins out there and what they're doing. So if you look at the Zencash white paper, the new one, what they've got is 100%, 70 goes to miners. So previously it was 88%, now miners get 70%. The developers, the treasury, gets 10%. So 10% goes to the treasury, and then the treasury decides how that money is invested. And then they've got 20% to block rewards. This will be split so that such that secure node operators will receive 10%, super node operators will receive 10%. So the minimum requirement for Zencash is 42 coins, 70% to miners, 10% to the treasury, 10% to anyone who's invested in a secure node, which is 42 coins, and I believe a super node. What's a super node? I think it's maybe 100 coins or something. Those will share a 10%, share 10% of the block reward. Now, I'm not suggesting we go down that exact route, but it is an example of how a block reward can be split between miners and masternodes. Dai says, why does it have to be so technical and hard to understand? Unfortunately, that's the way it is. Is Zencash a good coin? I like it. I like Zencash. I like the project. I like the team. It's a big team. I think they've maybe been a little bit slow with the whole ASIC mining thing this year, but you know, it was because they had other things there. I think they have been slow in that, but I do like the project. I like what they're doing. I like the people that run it, and yeah, I do like the project. It's pretty cheap right now, I think, as well. Rich is saying, yeah, that's why I would rather see bronze tier for X months for X amount of safe, silver tier for X months for X coins, and so on with gold. The rewards would go up with upgrades to reduce dumps. Yes. The thing is, you do want people to get their coins. Like, as far as the minimum requirement goes, as far as the block reward goes, it's quite hard to decide how it should be, because if you went 50-50, for example, only 50% of the block reward is going to miners. So it's kind of difficult. You know, you're trying to get this happy balance and keep everyone happy. I would probably lean towards more 60 or 70% for miners, maybe even 75. But as far as dumping goes and all that, that is something you want to try and reduce. The way that I would like to see it is, if I invested a set number of coins, say 1,000 coins or say 10,000 coins, I would like to keep that in as my initial investment, and then what I would like to do is trade those coins that I get in the block reward every day. Perhaps put it to a new node, perhaps buy other coins in the Safe Trade Exchange, or perhaps just sell them. Whatever. It's my choice. It's my choice. But Richard is saying there that he would rather see bronze tier for X months for X amount of safe. I think a tiered system does make sense. Hi Mo, this isn't this isn't a live stream that tells you how many coins it is to buy a SafeCoin Masternode. That hasn't been decided yet. Myself, other people in the SafeCoin Discord are discussing this issue. This is why I decided to do a live stream. I think it is interesting though, because you can look at what other projects are doing, and then look at what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong. So let's do that, guys, right? Let's look at some other coins. We'll look at some successful coins. We'll look at some new coins, and we'll look at what's good about them and what's bad about them. And maybe this will help us analyze what SafeCoin needs to do. And as I said, guys, first and foremost, this isn't just, you know, this isn't a superficial feature. This is a feature that's it has to be designed with security in mind, as far as 51% attacks, double spend, you know, all these different things. You need to keep these things in mind when you're building a secure node system. If you make the entry point too high, you've only got a few select people that have got nodes. If you make it too low, well, then it's too cheap to actually buy it. It makes it easier for people to just buy them and, you know, sell them and all that. So what I'd like to do, in fact, I'll restore, please. No, that's not good. What did I do there? Boom. Right, I just did something I didn't want to. Right, about white paper. So, I'll go to. Anyone know of a good coin with secure nodes other than Zencash? Something different. Let me know. Like, for example, Dash. In fact, what's that? I'll find that website. I'll find that just now. So this is a website that I'm sure many of you have looked at before. And this website is called masternodes.online, and this shows you the return on investment and all that. Now, from an investment point of view, some people will look at this table differently from me. You know, when you're looking at Dash, look at that, $247,000 to invest in a node, but that is a big project. Now, if you look at ROI here, Look at this, 29,000, 23,000, 18,000. Now, granted, the entry point for some of these are only $1. But I'll be honest, when I see the yearly return on investment at 8,000%, 16,000%, my automatic assumption, right or wrong, is that most of these are scams. They're pump and dump schemes that are basically using masternodes as a way to promote the coin more than anything else. I'd be looking more at stable growth, and if that means, you know, a coin like if you look at Dash, 250,000 to invest, but you're going to get 7% per year. Lux coin there, 10% per year, but 66,000 to get a node. That's actually quite a high percentage there. So I would prefer something like 10 to 20% per year, but of course that's just talking about coins. It's you know, the price of SafeCoin should go up as well, so you know, you'll get a lot of coins back, but the price of SafeCoin should go up as well. Ion, Jordan suggested Ion. Kesh suggested Smart Cash. Right, okay. So what I want to look at is for these coins is to look at what the minimum requirement is and all that kind of thing, and look at what you get. Right, so you can see here return on investment. So annual 26%. That's not too bad. So what have we got here? Coins locked. Required nodes. So this one's 20,000 Ion. Right. Ideally, what I want to look at here is the split as far as the website goes. So when I look at the website, I want to look at the block reward. So when I look at the block reward and see, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong bit here. Sorry guys, I've got you in the wrong screen there for a long time. I apologise. Right. So where's I got the split? I'll maybe read the full white paper. So, okay, block reward schedule. So, Ion, I don't know what year are they in? First year? Assume it's 1 year. Ions per block 23, ions per year 12 million, total 22.9 million. So I want to see what the split is. Here we go. So staking, wallet stake reward 50% block reward for each discovered block. There's masternodes. Coins required 20,000. Reward 50% of the block reward. All fees for transactions contained in the block. So what they're doing is offering 50%. They're offering 50% of the block reward. So they've got proof of stake as well. So I'm not sure what the split is as far as mining goes, or whether this doesn't have any proof of work involved at all. But they've went for 50%. John saying Ion, they're reducing it to 10,000. Ah, okay. That does make sense as well if the price of the coin has went up. Hi, Blogwolf. It was great chatting to you today. Thanks for that, mate. Appreciate it. Good luck with the editing. That was a big file. Right, Motion Project. Right, we'll have a look at Motion Project. This is one I've looked at before. So I talked about this coin. Load up, damn website. Come on. So Motion Project. Where is Bitcoin? For whatever reason, their website is super slow. It's not loading for some reason. But I'll show you the Bitcoin talk announcement. So this is a Motion project. I agree, Shane. Snowgem seems like a good project. So this is May 5th. I would classify this as a new coin. Still a fairly new coin. Couple of months, 2 months. So they've got here, and they've got X16R as the algorithm, pre-mine 4.8%. So what they've got is masternodes. So they've got 60% goes to the masternode and 40% goes to miners, and they've got 40%. 40% go to miners, 60% goes to masternodes, and you need 1,000 coins. So you need 1,000 coins. Now, here, the problem I saw when I went into the that's not going to load up. For some reason, their website isn't loading up for me. I don't know why. I'm not sure why. But when I went into the Discord group for Motion Project, a lot of people were talking about the price of the coin dumping. That is normally a sign of them selling the coins beforehand, and I believe they did. If I go to the Discord, I'm not saying it's a scam. I'm just saying it's one reason why. It's one reason why the price of a coin will dump, and I'll talk about that in a second. But here's Motion announcements. Let's see if they sold coins when the project was launched. Let's see. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I've looked at my before. Okay. Look at this. Right. So this is one of my major problems with new Masternode coins. And this might become a legit project, but I don't like the way this was started. 8th of May, right? So I'll go back to the Motion Project. So 8th of May, 3 days after they've announced the coin, they're selling one masternode for 0.3 Bitcoin, 2 masternodes for 0.425, 3 masternodes for 0.5 Bitcoin. Now, I will say, I did like the look of this coin. In fact, I mined it for a day and I got like 20 coins or so. Still got them sitting in the wallet. I do like the look of this coin. But when I went into the Discord group, you saw a lot of people complaining about the price of the coin. And the price of the coin had dumped. It went from about 30,000 sats, and when I checked it last time, it was like 9,000. Wouldn't surprise me if it's even lower now. Now, that does concern me because it does, this is what you would expect from any coin, any new coin that funds themselves in this way. The project was brand new, website just up. I don't even know if their wallet was working properly then. I don't know. But 3 days after announcing it, they're selling masternodes. They're selling, the market hasn't even, the coin isn't even on an exchange. The market hasn't determined the value of the coin yet, and they were selling masternodes. And this is one of the major problems I've got with these masternode coins. They're selling masternodes pre-sale before the chain has even started, sometimes before there's anything working, before there's a working website or a white paper. They are selling masternodes, and the white papers quite frequently don't even mention what the coin is for. They just talk about returns. Now, that is why these coins dump in price. If you think about it logically, what's going to happen is people in May, they're saying, well, that, I can't remember, what's that 1,000 coins? So that will determine that anyone who buys it at that price, that's the price of their coins, and they're not going to sell it for anything less than that. The people who bought those masternodes that early, though, they'll be looking to break even on their project very soon. And that, so what that means is, when they get, some of their coins back, they will start dumping those coins. They want to sell them. And all of a sudden, you've got a lot of people, the initial investors, trying to sell those coins. The price keeps going down. And the kind of annoying thing with that is, if you went to the Discord, the main focus and the main conversation seemed to be about the price of the coin going down. Granted, that is what gets talked about when, when a project is new, and when the price of a coin goes down, everyone talks about it. But these are the kind of masternode projects that you need to take a second look at. And this is the thing, I was ready to mine this for a few weeks and get a masternode, but when I saw that they were selling masternodes 3 days after launching, I must admit it put me off. It did put me off. And I'm not saying that to say anything bad about the project. It might be a legit project, and maybe 6 months from now we'll be talking about the price mooning of this coin. But if you look at what all these masternode coins are doing on Bitcoin Talk, day 1, day 2, day 3, or day 3 or 4, they're selling masternodes for a brand new coin, and what they're trying to do is determine the price. So I'm going off topic a bit, but I just wanted to talk about why a lot of these masternode coins are being classed as scams, and why a lot of these masternode coins, the price of the coin is going down. Ideally, If SafeCoin does it right, if they handle Masternodes right, the price of the coin isn't going to go down, it's going to go up. That is what, you know, it should be happening. Because, you know, the other thing to remember about SafeCoin is the block reward is going to go down as well. They've got quite an aggressive block reward reduction schedule, and over the next few months, like pretty much every 4 weeks, it's going to be like 2 less coins. So you need to take that into account as well. So we'll just catch up with some of the comments, because I've missed them all because I've been on a rant. Jordan, just an example of a successful idea. Innova or Tokugawa coin. Marius, are they Masternode coins? Please confirm if there are Masternode coins, and please, you know, let me know more about it as far as the block reward. If you're posting a Masternode coin, if you can, tell me what the minimum requirement is. Give me a little bit of information about the coin. Selling nodes with no product. Jordan, you summed it up perfectly. You probably could have summed up my 10 minutes of ranting there with that statement. They're selling nodes for no product, and this is the major complaint that I've had in all the, you know, in all the videos I've did about masternodes. This is my major complaint, is that they are selling masternodes for a brand new coin, a coin that's unproven. Now, when you mine a new coin, you're taking a risk, but sending thousands of dollars to someone who most of the time is anonymous, and you're hoping to break even within the first few weeks, it's very risky. And I've been reluctant to get behind anything like that, because I don't know, maybe my aversion to risk isn't, maybe I'm, you know, I prefer the careful approach. Maybe I prefer the safe way to making money. But I'm not a big fan of anonymous projects asking for thousands of dollars right away when they don't have a website or white paper and things like that. And that's by association, unfortunately, by the fact that SafeCoin will have masternodes. I hope it doesn't reflect badly on it. But what I'd like to do is see what like coins like Zencash and Dash and all that are doing. Brock says 60% is sit and do nothing versus 40% for those spending electricity on the coin. Seems ass backwards to me. Yeah, and this is what most of these new Masternode coins are doing. I saw one, and I think it was Stim, and someone recommended Stim to me, and they said, yeah, it's a great coin, it's a great coin. And I jumped into the Discord, and I pointed out to them, I mean, I think it is, you know, there's a lot of people behind it, but I pointed out to them that the white paper doesn't even mention what the coin is for. And when I went in, it was 25% of the block reward for miners and 75% for masternodes. How can you convince any miner to get behind a project when it's 25% of the rewards going to a miner? It really is hard. And I do realise that things aren't always black and white, and developers have to look at security issues and all these other things, but 25% for miners, at that point you're as well just having a 100% proof of stake and masternode coin instead of 25%. Loki seems to have a good plan for service nodes. Service nodes are rewarded based on the time since they last received the reward, or the time since they registered, with a preference for nodes that have been waiting longer. That's interesting. I'd like to read more about that. That's quite interesting. Zencash, is that 500 coins for the supernode? Is that what you're saying there, John? Brock saying it still suggests looking at the Bitcoin interest. Yeah, I know. I've just been busy with, I've been messing around with Hive OS and a few other things. Manocoin, I did a live stream about Manocoin, and in the first day I didn't like the way that was set up as far as all the block rewards was going to one person. It looked a bit dodgy. I'm sure it's sorted now though. IOHK partnership, huge team, already used for purchases with adult industry like Version, Tron, good to mine and create nodes. Market is pumping. What do you everyone think about XDNA? Okay, no problem, James. Thanks for watching the stream. So let's get back on track. The point of kind of showing different projects there was really just to illustrate a point about how other coins do it as far as the block reward and that goes. If you're involved in the SafeCoin project, if you've mined the coin, or if you're thinking about buying the coins, what would you like to see? So as I said, if any of you guys say, oh, what's the masternode systems you know, what a Masternode is going to be like with SafeCoin. I don't know. No one knows because nothing has been decided. And I think Jeff and the team has made the right decision as far as opening this out to the Discord community and asking for feedback. Let me know what you guys would like to, you know, what would you like to see for the Masternode system with SafeCoins, as far as a tiered system, as far as minimum requirements, as far as a block reward, as far as how things are paid, what restrictions should be there. One of the things I'd really like to see is a really user-friendly setup. I was talking to Wolfblock today. He was talking about Zencash and how, you know, it takes several hours to set up. It's quite technical. There's a lot of commands to enter. I would like to see a one-click installer. Something very simple, something idiot-proof. Something that you just click and it just runs. I think that would be the best thing to do. The Loki staking paper just came out today. 45,000 Loki was a surprise. What's Loki trading at, Gary? What's it trading at, Gary? Is it you might search, in fact I can search that for myself. I've got a browser here. Loki. I think okay, right. So Loki is trading at 27 cents. So it's fairly low just now. And you're saying it's 45,000 coins. 45,000 coins for a Masternode. So 45. So you're talking at $12,433. It's a big commitment. And it's one of those things, it's difficult because this is what we were discussing today, is because you can't price it too low. You need to give a reason. You know, you need to ask people to make some sort of commitment to put down some coins as far as the nodes go. But if you make it too high, then it becomes a members only club, and you don't want that either. So for a brand new project, 12,000 coins, $12,000, that's a lot of money. Let me see, catch on with the comments. Rash, still think Ravencoin has the most upside from mining coins. Can you clarify that? What do you mean by upsides? Do you mean as far as daily returns? Todd, 3 tiers. Okay, so we're talking about SafeCoin here. Thanks for tweeting that, the video out, Todd. I really do appreciate it. Todd is saying 3 tiers. Everyone starts with 15,000. Then after holding for a period of time, you have an option to tier up to 50,000. Then after even more weight holding, you can tier up to top tier of 100,000 coins. Safe price won't always be 0.05. I think at least base the decision off a price of around $1. I think if you look at the if you didn't know anything about SafeCoin and you just looked at the total supply and you looked at the block reward, SafeCoin could be a $10 plus coin. It could be a $20 or $30 plus coin. It really could. If you look at the maximum supply, it could be like $30 or $40 depending on what happens in a bull run. Thanks, Jet. No problem. Enjoy your lunch. But it's one of those things. I'd be more supporting of the coin growing over time. And if that means $1 in 6 months' time, $5 6 months after that, $10 6 months after that, that's fine. I would prefer slow and stable growth, you know, in comparison to up and down, like the emotional roller coaster. But I also know this is cryptocurrency. You can't determine what happens with the price. The market will determine it. And I do think that, you know, SafeCoin hasn't really pumped ever. Someone, my friend was saying this, and I can't remember who said the comment, but he said that every coin pumps. At one point, every coin will pump. It will shoot up in price at one point. Just about every coin out there will pump at one point. It may be the beginning, maybe in the middle, maybe after some big announcement. But I think that for a coin like SafeCoin, it's been around for a few months, the first official announcement, this was just a teaser today, but the first official announcement that says this is exactly what you need for a Masternode, that might be the first time that we see the price of SafeCoin really shoot up. I mean, I'm talking going from 5 or 10 cents up to 50 cents or $1 or something like that. Now, the reason I'm talking about price is not because this is something that I'm concerned about too much. It's more about the minimum requirement, because if you, let's say $500 as a base price, right? So let's do some basic maths here, right? So say we want to make, for the entry level tiered node, right? The entry level, the bronze or level 1, whatever you want to call it, let's say it's $500. And if the price of the coin right now, the price of the coin is, say 5 cents, then, oh sorry, I need another 0 in there. Then you need 10,000 coins, right? Now again, this is what I'm talking about with price. Say that means that the entry level right now for a node would be 10,000 coins, right? 10,000 coins. But it's kind of catch-22, you know, because when masternodes are launched, when people know that you can invest in this coin and get a daily return, then the price of the coin will shoot up, because they're probably, I mean, I don't know, as far as SafeCoin goes on SafeTrade, you know, there might only be enough for 20 or 30 nodes worth on the exchange if you bought up all the coins. So if I go back here and look at, so that's 10,000 coins if assuming the price is 5 cents, and you can see how it changes very quickly. If the price of the coin goes to 50 cents, which is very, very plausible if the announcement, you know, is made and more people find out about it, then it's 1,000, it'll be 1,000 coins. So all of a sudden, it's not 10,000 coins for a masternode, it's 1,000. And again, if it's $1, it's 500 coins you would need. And this is relevant because the price of the coin right now could be very different to what the price will be post masternode. And there's some other things coming on in the, coming soon. There's a coin market cap application. There's a few other things that would add coin market cap to certain websites that would broadcast the coin. So there's a few things that will maybe broadcast the coin to a wider audience. More people will know about the coin. More people will know about the project. Mo's saying a Chroma split the block reward, 7 for miner, 2 for Masternode, and 1 to the developer fund. That's good, Mo. That's identical to Zencash. If you look at Zencash, it is 100% the same. So that's 7 to the miners, 1 to the treasury, 2 to the masternodes. Exact same. I think that's quite a fair split. I mean, SafeCoin doesn't have a developer fee built into the block reward, but as far as giving 70 to 75% to miners, I think that's quite fair. Todd is saying slow and steady is best. He agrees. If you watch the founders video of Ravencoin, they're genuine people. Overstock PLC has invested. Soros has then purchased Overstock shares. Rakesh, I don't know if this will change your opinion on Ravecoin. I did a video about Ravencoin when it was first launched. There was one of the first people, well, I say one of the first people. Someone told me about Ravencoin at the very, very beginning. I'm talking at the very start, and I didn't mine it. But a couple of weeks later, I started mining it when it was like under 2 cents. And I mined it for like a month or so. I think it is a good project, but I think it was Rocky from the SafeCoin Discord that, you know, during another discussion, and the other day he said something, and it has changed my mind on it a little bit. He said that Ravencoin is a community coin masquerading as it's a commercial coin. I'm getting asked backwards. It's a commercial coin masquerading as a community coin. And what he's talking about is they projected this image that they were a community coin and all that. But from the very start, they were backed by Overstock. They were backed by a millionaire. Now, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. They were very transparent about the fact that, you know, the Overstock guy was investing in the coin. But I don't know, you know, the image that they've projected that is this community effort and all that. They've clearly had a lot of investment from the start. That's not a bad thing. That is certainly not a bad thing. But it just goes to show you how your interpretation and how your view of a coin can change when someone says something like that. And because when I thought about it, I was like, no, it's a community coin. And I thought, you know what? I couldn't argue with him. He was right. Listening to a bard? What's a bard? What do you mean by bard? It's not a word I'm familiar with. I actually have to Google that. That's how stupid I am. A professional storyteller. I've never heard that word before in my life. I'm going to choose to take that as a compliment, Todd. Thank you. I'd never heard that before in my life. Gary saying that's why Loki is doing dynamic staking, so the amount of coins needed comes down and the price of the coins go up. Right, so what was your original comment again? I need to scroll back up to your original comment about how it was set up. It's been dynamic with it coming down over time. I do like that idea, Gary. I do, and again, this comes back to what I was saying there about price. I mean, how is that implemented? Because I talked about this in the Discord today, where I said that perhaps the minimum requirement changes over time when, you know, when the price of the coin changes. But then this presents a lot of different, a lot of different problems as well, because anyone who had, say you bought you needed 10,000 coins right now, and then he went, no, you only need 1,000. Someone that had 10,000 coins could then just by multiply the amount of nodes they've had by 10. I don't know that this is why I find this is why I did a live stream, guys, because I don't know all the answers to this. I think it's a very interesting subject, and it's the fact that all these coins are doing masternodes in very different ways. It's clear that there's lots of different ways to do this and lots of different ways to implement it. Marius is saying, in my opinion, Zencash have a small reward. Yes, they do. They do. But again, this raises the question as to what a node system is for. Because if you look at the Zencash node system as just a way to secure the network, then I think you'd all agree it's been a success. They have got, I mean, does anyone know what the total number of Zen nodes are? It's like, it might be on that website, won't it? Let me see if it's on that website. It should be. No, it's not listed on that website. I believe it's like hundreds of thousands. It really is an insane amount of, maybe not hundreds of thousands, it's tens of thousands at least, I think. It is an insane amount of nodes. But this is the thing, guys. More nodes, generally, if it's designed right, should in theory mean more security. So, all the coins, all the rewards are distributed and all that. So from an investment point of view, Zencash might not be the one that everyone's turning to. But as far as securing the actual coin, I think what they've done is right. But this is the thing though, guys. It's like, there's a lot of things to consider about the masternodes for SafeCoin and any other coin that you're investing in that has a masternode, because you do have to take into account the marketing side of things. You do have to take into account the security. I would lean more towards features being influenced by security than returns. And the reason I'm saying that is, clearly I want to return my coins as well. I'm no different from anyone that's got SafeCoin that's mined SafeCoin, and I'm looking forward to getting a return from investing in a masternode. But if that comes at the expense of the long-term future of the coin, then it's kind of short-sighted. I don't know though, guys. This is why I find the subject so interesting. I keep going back and forth. Do I even game? I do game, but not as much as I used to. Where's Bard reference? What game is it referenced in? I do game. You can see games in the background, as you can see there. 13,000 Zencash. Right, thanks for clarifying, Block Wolf. I do appreciate that. And I'll give you a shout out, Block Wolf, because we did a video today. So I want to give a shout out to Block Wolf that just posted there. I did a video interview with him today. We chatted for like 40 minutes or so. So that will be on his channel in a few days. I'll tweet it from my Twitter account. This is his channel. I've just shared the link, but just a shout out to him. They're a small channel. It's good to give, share some love, pass on some karma to my fellow cryptocurrency YouTubers. So yeah, check out some of their videos if you like them. Please do give them a subscribe. But I did a video with Jeffrey today, and hopefully we can get him on in the stream one time as well to get his view on some things. So thanks for the video today. Off topic, but yeah, I do appreciate. Okay, yeah, thanks Blockwell. I'll share it on Twitter. I'll share it online so other people can see it. No, it was good chatting, man. Enjoyed it. So please do check out his channel. So Gary's talking about Loki there. The paper is complicated, but the base idea is to prevent it to get to a point that it takes millions to get one. Yeah, it's a very good point, Gary. I'll need to look at Loki then, because that's a very good point. It is a very good point. And this is the thing. This is why I think it's okay saying, right, we'll go for Zencash's split, or maybe 70% to miners, maybe 3 tiers. You'd have 10%, 10%, 10% as far as the small nodes, the medium nodes, the larger nodes. Maybe you could split up the block reward that way to keep it simple. 70 and then bronze, silver, gold for 10%. And it sounds like the higher nodes aren't getting more, but you'd have less people with the higher nodes, so as a percentage. But again, you'd have to work out the maths behind it all as well. So the block reward aside, you also have to consider the price of the coin and the fact that the entry point of owning a secure node will change over time. I think when Zencash started, the coin was only $2 or $3. So it was like $100 or so to have a secure node. And then at one point it was up at $45 or whatever it was. And, now you're talking $1,500 or whatever it is. Gary's saying it should be around the same dollar amount now at 27 cents per coin, and when it's at $30 per coin. And the thing is as well, Gary, is that you have obviously over time profits. When more people set up secure nodes, you get more people fighting for that block reward. So generally speaking, I know I was saying that, by its very nature, the people that have nodes the first month will get a high return. But yeah, the daily profits will go down as more people know about it and all that. Richard was saying Bard is from Skyrim and League of Legends and EverQuest, any RPG. Now, the RPGs that I've played are mainly Zelda. Hold on. Let's go off topic. Wii U Breath of the Wild. There's not many of those ones going around, is there? As you can see, I don't really play many RPGs, but those are the ones I've got sitting there. Most of my other games are downstairs. I've got all my other games upstairs in the loft from the 90s and all that. I played Final Fantasy 3 or 6 in the American version on my Super NES. I completed that. Does that count? I've not heard Bard. I've not played an RPG for years. I'd like to get more into gaming. The fact is, it's such a time-consuming thing. Most of the time, I end up playing FIFA with my friends. I downloaded Fortnite, though. I want to give that a try. So, anyway, back on topic. Mary's Papa, with a small reward, it's better to trade the coins than lock them. Yeah, and this is the thing, guys. And also, Jeff, I'd like to get Jeff on, maybe on my channel, maybe in a week or something. But what Jeff, the founder of SafeCoin, has, what the problem he has got, and what the team has, is trying to make everyone happy. And you can't keep everyone happy. And this is the thing, you can't, because some people want the block reward to be this way. Some people want the minimum requirement to be this way or that way. Whatever SafeCoin announced as far as how they're going to implement masternodes, some people will criticize it and say, why didn't you do it like this? This coin does it this way. Why didn't you do it that way? But what SafeCoin needs to do is take all these comments on board and just look at the pros and the cons. And it isn't an easy task, because I've honestly changed my mind just by like talking about it for a few hours in Discord today. I've changed my mind a few times. I'm changing, you know, I'm starting to see what other people are saying about different things, about the tiered node system, about the entry point and all that kind of thing. It's interesting though, because as far as masternodes go, I've read a lot about it as far as white papers go, as far as news reports go and blog posts and all that, but I've not actually set up a masternode myself. I'd always planned on setting up a Zencash one or something else, but I always ended up selling the coins and buying coins or doing something else with the money. Salty Taco plays solitaire. I've not played Fortnite yet, so I'll end up getting killed. That is the irony, Brock, that I've got all these GPUs and I'm not actually gaming. That there is a certain sadness in that. Generally speaking, though, I'm generally a console gamer now. I would say I did used to play PC gaming a little bit. If I play a game on my laptop, it tends to be something like an old game like Command and Conquer. But the fact is, this is my, like, we talked about this in the live stream the other day. We were talking about how messy this room is. It's an absolute mess, right? But the way I view this room, it's a place for me to work. It's a workshop. It's a workshop where I've got things that I can grab, that I can tweak things, that I can fix things. And that's how I look at this room. When I'm not working, I want to be out of this room. I don't spend any time in here that I don't need to spend in it. It's my workstation. So I normally game downstairs when sitting on the couch with my controller. Screw the haters. Yeah, that's a fair point. Screw them. But that's the thing, the team have to do what's right for the project, and the difficulty is not knowing what the right thing is. ThetaCoin will pay for sharing broadband. No need to use your mining machines. YouTube found it is also founder ThetaCoin. Wow, I've never heard of that. That's interesting. I've never heard of that. Sharing your broadband. How would that even work? I'm sure that presents some security issues. Blogwolf is saying setting up a Zencash node was a pain in the ass, but a good experience. Glad I collected Zen over time now too. I like its long-term goals. Yeah, I agree. It's a good project. I chatted to the founder. Really nice guy. Looks like a typical office to me. Yeah, that's the way I think some people think it's unprofessional, but I honestly don't care. I've got so many things lying about here. There's one camera. There's my GoPro. I just plank cameras everywhere around this room so that I've got them whenever I need them. Tripods lying about everywhere and all that as well. Not that I actually use tripods that much anymore. Gary, that's the thing. If you take the risk at the start, you get rewarded big, but that's the reward for taking that big risk. Yeah, very true. I mean, that's the thing that people forget. I mean, we do talk about early adopters getting paid so much, but you forget that these people are taking a lot of the risk. So there is that. I've actually not played this yet, this version, which is a shame because I bought it like 2 years ago. Shows you how busy I am. I need to play some games. Unplug from the Matrix. Blogwolf is saying Theta looks interesting, but sharing bandwidth seems far-fetched to me for now. I don't know how it would work from a security point of view either. I'm actually going to look at that though. Theta coin. How does that work? Theta coin. Theta token. Next generation video delivery. I suppose the idea would be that, I mean, how would it work? Where's it? Why Theta? End-to-end decentralized video delivery. I like the idea. Is this a mineable token, or is this like a ICO type situation? Sounds interesting. Yeah, I'll check it out. I definitely will check it out. Oh, Blogwolf's got a video on it. Can you tell us more about it? Alright, where are you? Where are you, Theta Coin? Right, so this is the video that Blogwolf did on it. Did a video explaining what it's all about. So check out that video. Can you tell us more? Give us a summary. Give us a summary about what it's all about. So as far as masternodes go, it's going to be interesting to see what's implemented, and I'm really excited about the project because the SafeCoin project has obviously had a couple of, well, it had a lot of downs. I was going to say a lot of ups and downs. It had a lot of downs at the start of the project. It was being attacked and all that, but I'm really looking forward to it, you know, just from a security point of view. I think it will bring a lot of exposure to the coin. Now, the one thing that I think a lot of people are maybe forgetting as well is that SafeCoin is the main trading pair in the Safe Trade exchange. So this is what I'm really, this is one of the reasons I'm excited about this, because I love the idea of tying up lots and lots of coins and being paid in coins every day. And then every day what I could do is choose to liquidate, put it in a blender, liquidate those coins and sell them on Safe Trade, which will help me diversify my portfolio. So I could even use that as a strategy where any coins that I earn, I use them to invest in other coins, perhaps other coins that have masternodes. I don't know, but I like the idea that there'll be masternodes and I can trade any coins that I get pretty easily. But let's not beat around the bush. There's still some things that SafeCoin needs. It's not on CoinMarketCap. It needs to be on other exchanges as well. But there's a lot of things, you know, the ball's moving in a lot of, in a lot of areas. The ball's moving forward. I think Theta will be useful to pay online streamers and engage with streamers. We'll pay tokens for sharing. So yes, similar to mining. We also have to get it to work. But the fact they've got a YouTube guy there gives me some confidence. Excuse me. Yeah, right, Todd. The name SafeCoin does kind of attract people who would want to attack it, just to prove a point, and go, oh, your coin isn't so safe now, is it? Alright, so I'm going to just close some windows here because I'm making a mess. But I do think this is a very useful website. I'll share this down in the comment area. I should have shared that earlier. Look at CoinMarketCap. Let's see CoinMarketCap. So, got Dash at the top, PIVX, Smart Cash. That one seems Smart Cash. That someone actually. Sorry, apologies to the person who suggested Smart Cash. From an investment point of view, that actually looks quite good. You know, just under $1,000, 52% return right now, but it's got a coin market cap of 93 million. That's, yeah, that's something. That seems quite a low entry point, doesn't it? What have you got? What have you got a smart node for, Todd? For Smart Cash? And this is the thing. This is something that I hope Jeff and other members of the team take on board, that they look at what other coins are doing, look at the pros, look at the cons. And this is the great thing about the discussion going on about this is I keep changing my mind because people keep saying, you know, you say, oh, this would be great to do this, and someone else points out that no, but then this creates another problem. Community Smart Hive, what's that? 70% of each block is set aside for use via the Smart Hive funding platform. 5% to mining, 15% to smart rewards, 10% to smart nodes. What's this Smart Hive thing? What's that about? That's interesting. I need to learn more about this. Yeah, I don't really know much about this project. I'll need to check it out. Smart Hive Project Treasury. Funds allocated for Smart Hive community projects and goals. I'll need to look more into that. What I generally do is I'll make a snap judgment on something like this, and I try and make some sort of opinion on something after looking at it for 3 seconds, and then someone says you don't know what you're talking about. So I'll keep my mouth shut. I'll check it out though. I'll check it out later on. The Masternode requirement does seem quite low compared to other coins for the coin market cap and all that. So talking about ThetaCoin, yes, it's one to help streaming decentralized network, Netflix, YouTube Live. You can use it and we can get paid Theta for sharing broadband. Has it started already? Is it possible to sign up and, you know, start mining or, you know, using your GPU as your bandwidth or whatever you... I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out. I'll need to check out the video that that Blockwell posted. Marius Papa, Bitcoin interest also needs to come with a better reward than staking to get 2% per month. If they will have a better reward on Masternodes, that means the required coins will be huge. How did I mute that? Ah, it's just a test net. Right, okay. Sponsored by Volvic as always, guys. At the very least, though, I mean, there's a good chance now that SafeCoin could be my first Masternode coin. And I think once I've had that, I will try and experiment and perhaps start investing in other coins with the Masternodes. And I don't know. I mean, after looking at masternodes.online, I'm more inclined to go to coins that have been established a little bit longer rather than these, rather than these coins that don't have a product yet. I'd rather go towards coins like, Ion and things like that. Coins have been established. Well, it is a bigger investment, but long term, you'd think that's a safer investment. But we'll see what happens. Have you heard of NIM coin? I'm not sure. I don't think I have. Not off the top of my head. Is that a Masternode coin? Most of them are, Neil. I do think that most of them are pump and dump coins. I do think they are. I do think a lot of those coins are just pump and dump ones, unfortunately. The question is, here's the thing, like, if you are making a lot of money from Masternodes, would you commit to, like, would you still want to mine? This is a thing that I'm not sure of. If I start investing in a couple of different masternodes, say I had 3 or 4 different masternodes, and I was making so many new coins per day from these masternode investments, you'd start to think, would I even need to mine? Because say at a few $1,000s, you want to buy in a new 11th series GPU or even an ASIC miner. If you're getting a better return from just investing in masternodes, should you be mining? Should you be GPU mining? Should you be ASIC mining if you can get a better return from masternodes? Yeah, I think you're right, Neil. On paper, it does look better. Perhaps riskier in some regards. But I think as far as risk goes, all these pump and dump schemes is because I think they kind of bamboozle people with saying that you get, you'll break even on your coins in like 4 weeks. So say you get a return on your investment in 1 month, 1,000 coins, and you've say it's $1,000 you've invested, and you say, well, in 1 month's time you'll get another 1,000 coins. But in a month's time you might have 2,000 coins, but the price might have went down to like 20% of what it was before. So yes, you might get a set number of coins, but there's no guarantee ever on price, especially with these newer coins. This is where you like to think with these longer established coins, if coins have been around for like 6 months or a year, the risk of losing your investment is a little bit lower. Brock saying mine coins without masternodes. I don't mind mining coins with masternodes if the split is fair. That coin I saw stim 25% to miners. Sorry, I'm not mining it. I don't want to mine a coin that gets such low returns. And I do realize it's relative to price and hash rate and all that, but long term, do I want to be investing in one where it just pays out 75% to masternode holders? I don't know. Are you looking to buy GPUs, Todd? This is the thing, this is something that I've discussed with my friend. as far as mining goes. You know, my friend is on holiday just now, and when he's come back, he's pretty convinced he wants to sell all his GPUs because of the low daily returns right now. I think I would consider selling my GPUs if I would sell them if I could sell them as a batch lot and save me a lot of hassle. Not saying that's what I'm going to do. I'm just saying if I was to sell them, I wouldn't want the inconvenience of selling, you know, to 24 different people or 30 different people or whatever. Neil Duffy, if something looks too good to be true. Very true. With the rewards, you can pay the electricity bill. That's true. I think from me, from a YouTube point of view, it's good for me to have some rigs just from a testing point of view as well. So there is that reason for me to keep GPUs, at least one rig, just for testing purposes. Mine Bitcoin Z and join the community. I would like to join Bitcoin Z. I do like the community. It's a good coin. It's a good project. I do like the way that they've reacted in the past. I really like what they're trying to do with their Kiosk Z thing, or Kiosk Z. Whenever I say one way, someone always says I should pronounce it the other way. Brock saying, right, I'm saying even if you're making lots of returns from masternodes, why would you stop mining if it is also still profitable? For me personally, it would be time. That would be the main concern for me. But it's going to be less of an issue now because I'm moving over to... I put one rig over to Hive OS a couple of days ago. I'm going to... I've ordered another 3 USB sticks so I can move my other ones to Linux-based systems as well. I've always loved Awesome Miner, but Windows is becoming a pain in the ass. And, you know, yeah... For me, it was more about time because there was a few times when Windows updates, when Windows Defender was going crazy. And it was one day in particular, I spent 4 or 5 hours messing about with things. I was like, and you know, I'm not doing my regular work, the work that actually pays the bills. So for me, it'd be time. But I like messing about with things. I do like the idea of just, you know, I can mine different things and I can change my rigs and point to a different thing. But I will also say as well that daily returns for GPUs are so low that the smart move in some ways would be to sell the GPUs, buy some coins, or invest in some masternodes, and then in a couple of months' time, keep my motherboards and just buy new GPUs. You know, some of the newer GPUs, or buy some ASIC machines. I keep flip-flopping on it, and whenever I talk to someone else, they say, no, keep it, or buy it, or buy more GPUs. I don't know. I'm not really stressing over it. Neil Duffy saying, I checked today some figures on base nice hash rental prices, and what you yield isn't much unless you can bid low and get some hash in the process. My friend Mark, he worked out that when he took off electricity and he mined to nice hash, was making 12 pence. So what's that, about 18 cents? 18 cents per GPU per 1060, and he can sell those 1060 for like £150. So from that point of view, he should sell. Now obviously he's not just mining nice hash, he's mining a few different coins, but it just shows you how low the returns are right now. And perhaps the smart move is to sell the GPUs, and maybe it is to invest in a masternode or buy an ASIC mining machine or an FPGA. I don't want to go down with that, you know, with the ship kind of thing. You know, I want to be open to trying different things and mining in different ways. I just want to say also at this moment, 21st to 27th, the markets will moon. Don't sell now. It's very specific. That's very specific. Can you tell us why? Todd, biggest challenge is making crypto available to the general public, and yeah, the KRC payment gateway for restaurants is a great start. Yeah, that's exactly what I said about that as well. This is my main criticism with all these masternode coins as well. I did a live stream the other week, we looked at lots of new coins and we were investigating the white papers and looking for a new coin to mine. And the vast majority of these coins don't actually have a purpose. They have zero purpose. There's no end game. Like Theta coin, yep, there's an actual end game. They have an idea of what it's actually going to be used for. All these other coins are just talking about masternode returns. They are just pump and dump coins. biggest challenge, Todd is saying, biggest challenge is making crypto available to the general public. And oh, sorry, I'm rereading the same comment. I'm on autopilot. Neil saying Linux all the way. Gary, with Hive OS, it's set and forget and never goes down. Yeah, there's some things I'm still learning about it. I did a tutorial today, but there are some things that I still don't know about it. Someone was saying that you can check the terminal through the dashboard, so that's good. I need to examine whether there's any kind of backup functionality. I know in Awesome Mine it's very easy. You can set up backup templates, so if the hash rate isn't good enough, or if the rigs go down, it just automatically reboots, or it changes the template to a different coin. I do get the impression that Linux does generally seem to be more reliable. Yeah, it was you that told me that. Sorry. So many people leaving comments, I forget sometimes. Because Sia was telling me that as well in Discord. Yeah, so I think I will. I've got 3 USBs coming tomorrow. I could technically put all my rigs on it if I'm tight. Like right now I'm paying like $12-13 per month for Awesome Miner for the cloud mining service, which to be honest I probably shouldn't be paying for anymore because I hardly use it as much as I used to. But I could just put 3 rigs on Hive OS and put the 4th on SMOS, and that means that my monthly bill is $2 per month for all rigs. But it means I've got 1 on SMOS and 1 on Hive OS. It would save me $10 per month doing that. But it's probably just easier for me to have it all via Hive OS. I do want to do that though. I'm going to set up 3 rigs on Hive OS and put the 4th in SMOS, simply because I want to test SMOS and I want to see what the operating system is like and draw some comparisons between that and Hive OS. I like the simplicity of Hive OS. It's missing a lot of features that Awesome Miner doesn't have, but I like the simplicity of it. Anyway, I'm going off topic again, as I always do. Hi Kev, there's a great deal on external hard drive on Amazon. Seagate 6TB expansion, desktop 3.5-inch external hard drive, £90 if you're a Prime member. Yeah, I'm a Prime member. I've got, what have I got? I've got a couple of 2TB drives over there. I try and stay away from the desktop drives if I'm honest, because you need to plug them in. Hi Seth, good to see you here, buddy. SMOS is great. Hive OS seems to be faster to integrate new features. I was looking at it today, Seth. I was looking at I was looking at SMOS, and I wasn't sure if it did, like for example, Equihash 1445. I was looking at it and I couldn't see it listed. It might be there. No problem, Papa. Good to see you. Yeah, so my first impression of Hive OS is it was too simplistic. I was actually frustrated that I couldn't do all the things that I can do in Awesome Miner. But I think that's kind of the beauty of it. I haven't touched it in days. I just let it run. And I guess that's a good thing about it. Walk around a convention. Yeah, I should have done that. I've spent about £30 on USB sticks. I spent another £20 today. And there's certain ones as well. Like I've actually got enough USB sticks, but I've got one downstairs is on for Zelda Breath of the Wild. One is sitting there because you need to add a USB drive for saving. This one I think has got Windows on it. I've got some other ones. I've got things backed up on it as well. That'd be great, Seth. I'd be happy to do a live stream with you. That'd be awesome. I'd love that. Set up a storage farm with a few of those 6TB drives. A storage farm? Is that a misspelling? Shell in a box, one lock, a whole new experience. What's that? Shell in a box? Am I being silly here? Shell in a box. A web-based SSH terminal to access remote Linux servers. Is that integrated into Hive OS? Looks like it is available for that. Storage. Right, I'll check that out, Todd. Okay. I get really lazy with Unix and Linux commands. I did Unix and Linux at university, like, God, I'll show my age, about 14, 15 years ago, I think that was, in that course. And I was quite good at one point. I was really good with Unix and Linux, but when you're not using it day to day, you just forget all the commands. Seth, what's your opinion? Do you think SMOS is better than Hive OS? I definitely need to explore Hive OS more. I'm going to set up my other rigs and maybe delve deeper into it. When I tried to download SMOS once, but I remember it was a little bit more difficult to set up. Not hard, but just you had to set up a few different things. I'm going to give SMOS a try though, and at the very least, just so that I have an understanding of how it works. Because it's cheaper. Yeah, that's one thing. That's the thing. If I'm being tight, I could just put 3 rigs on Hive and 1 on SMOS. Or just put the other one on Awesome Miner. That's another option. And just forget about the cloud functionality to reduce my monthly costs. But I'm paying like $12 per month anyway. It's not breaking the bank. So as we were talking about there, Seth, I'm not sure if you have really joined any discussions with that yet. We've been discussing the Masternode situation with SafeCoin. So it was announced today. And before I started going off on a tangent, let's see, bring it up. So the teaser website was posted today, and it really is just a teaser website. It really is just a heads up that the Masternodes discussion room has been added, and that discussions about this are going to be ongoing over the next few weeks. So there's been a lot of interesting discussions today. We've discussed a lot of it in this video so far as well. I think it's going to be interesting to see what is implemented, but it's very difficult, like, to please everyone. At the very least, I'm hoping for a setup which is secure, a setup which doesn't reward everyone too much at the start. Everyone at the start gets a coin bonanza, but hopefully something that helps the project long term. Seth saying, actually, it's $1 per month more if you pay for premium. The way that Hive OS is set up is like 0, 0, first rig 0, second rig 0, third rig 0, and then fourth rig $12. I quite like the fact that they let you try one, but I don't know. Pros and cons, I guess, the way they've done it. SMOS just does it $2 per rig. For who was talking about that? Sorry, who was it referring to storage? Todd. Sorry, Todd. Todd was talking about storage there. And this is where you this is a hard drive mining. Is that what that is? Looking to store data at an affordable price. Renters your hard drive space. Very interesting concept, that. I'm not sure if we'll ever see cloud mining services going to that as well, as far as decentralization and things like that. I host files on certain cloud hosting services, but the scary thing is that quite a lot of the mainstream cloud hosting services, Dropbox, I don't know if Google is the same, but I know Dropbox, maybe the OneDrive, but I'm sure that those employees could, in theory, if they wanted to, look at your files. There are some other ones. I remember SpiderOak used to offer encryption so that even staff couldn't look at what was on your account. I do like the idea of cloud storage, using the chain, using the blockchain, and using decentralization to make it safer. But I don't know if that presents more problems. I don't know. Don't know. I missed the one. Geek Cache. Any of you guys heard of Geek Cache? Geek Cash. This is Geek Cash ecosystem evolution of the fiat world. Wallet looks pretty decent. Ticker Geek. Block time 1 minute. Block size 2 megabytes. Masternode requirement 10,000. Masternode reward 25 to 80% of the block reward. Yeah, that's not very healthy for miners. 80%. Is that over time? I assume that's over time. Halving 6 months. 5% every 6 months. I assume that's over time. It's 25% first. I've seen a lot of coins doing that where it's like the miners get 75% and then when the block reward halves in 6 months, it goes down to 60% and 50%. And over time, it becomes more proof of stake and more about masternodes. It's one of those things, though. I don't know if that... I don't know. You know, because we're still very new. The whole masternodes thing is still very new. There's very few coins that's like that have had masternodes for like 2 or 3 years. Most of them are in the first year of their existence, or first month of their existence, more like. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about Geek Cash. It looks like it's going to be more of a masternode coin, but I don't know, you know, what the mining return is just now. Where's the website? This, see these dot things, this like, SafeNode did it as well with this thing. Sorry, Jeff, I'm criticising your website, but see these kind of stars and like polygons and things like that. All these kind of shapes. It seems to be so popular. I know it represents the blockchain and all that, but it's just so popular to put this on a website right now. Where's the white paper? Give me a white paper. Give me a white paper. Remember when we used to have white papers on websites? Those were the days. There we go. Oh, that's a paper wallet. What am I talking about? We don't get white papers. There's so many projects starting and don't have a white paper yet. I don't know. 20% of block rewards will be allocated to project development. So is this 80% masternodes and 20% developers? So this isn't a mining coin, is it? Yeah, that's not a mining coin. Doesn't look like a mining coin. Gary, I think I know what happened with Shell in the box. You have the miner showing on the rig. I think if you press Control A and Hive, it would show it. Right, okay. I'll check that out later. I want to check that out and I'll figure it out. It'd be good to use that. I like the idea of being able to check it via the terminal. That would be awesome. I think I would move away from Awesome Miner if I could do that, because I can see the accepted shares and all that through the one screen, or through the one, you know, just through the browser. Yeah, it's common though, Richard, isn't it? Like the blockchain kind of background thing, it seems to be really popular now. Right, guys, so I'm going to tie up the live stream soon. I just want to kind of quickly go over what we're talking about today as far as the safe nodes. And again, it's just a teaser, it's just a heads up. There's nothing decided on this yet. So if you'd like to contribute to this, if you'd like to have your opinion heard in the Discord community, go to the Discord, the SafeCoin Discord. You'll see it, safecoin.org. Go to community and then click on there. It'll take you to Discord. Go there, give feedback on what you would like to see. There's a lot of good feedback there already from people who have invested in other masternodes, people who haven't, and people just giving feedback on what they'd like to see as far as the block reward split between miners and masternodes, and as far as how it's implemented. Personally, I just want to focus on security. I want it to be idiot friendly so that people like me can just press one button and install a masternode. I want it to be I want it to be something that a lot of people can get into. And this is where it becomes difficult, because I don't want it to be a members only club, but obviously you don't want it to be $20 for a masternode. it needs to be somewhere in between, and maybe the entry point for an entry level masternode can be $500 or $1,000 or whatever. Something where someone who's investing can put some money down and get involved, and something where if you don't have the money yet, you can mine the coins until you get that masternode amount, so that you have the minimum requirement. It's difficult to do that though. It really is difficult because the price of the coin will go up when masternodes are officially announced. So it's hard to know what the best entry level is. And if we do implement some sort of tiered level system, some sort of system where you get, you know, you can invest more coins to get a higher percentage of the block reward, then again, you're trying to do it fair, but you're also trying to reward the people that are supporting the community. So it's a tough task. I'm going to remain fluid on my opinion on this. I'm still listening to what everyone else is saying, and it's going to be interesting. I'm still in the sponge period where I'm listening to everyone's opinion. I'm looking at all the pros and cons of how we set this up, or how it is set up. So thanks for everyone who tuned in today. I really do appreciate it. Thanks to Seth Estrada who just dropped by. I'd love to do a live stream with you soon, Seth. Thanks to Blockwolf as well. I've got a video coming in his channel soon. I'll do a live stream with him soon too. Thanks to everyone who stopped by today. I really do appreciate this. This is something that we're all still, you know, debating. We're all still discussing about what the best way is to implement a masternode on SafeCoin. I'm keen to explain. You know, this is the thing, guys. There's so many things happening in cryptocurrency. I'd love to buy more GPUs. I'd like to get an FPGA. I wouldn't mind testing an ASIC machine, but I want to get involved in masternodes as well. And I've only got so much money, so you kind of need to pick your battles. Todd saying I'm literally investing all my money to get out of the living paycheck by pay cycle. I hear you, brother. I hear you. I'll just give if I can get my YouTube channel up. So I gave a shout out to Blockwolf earlier, and it's only fair that I do the same for Seth. So that's Seth's channel there. Very good channel. We did an interview with Jeff the other day. Actually, he's got really good tutorials, and he's been doing... Seth clearly knows a lot more about me than FPGAs. This is something I'm still learning about, so I'm going to check out some of Seth's videos. Seth's channel, you can find it there. I've posted a link there, so please do check it out. Please do subscribe. Show some love and all that cheesy YouTube banter. But yeah, please do check out his videos. You can see here, you know, the kind of videos that he's posting. From a selfish point of view, I want to check out Seth's FPGA videos and learn more about that. I have a basic understanding of FPGAs, but I still want to delve deeper and get a better understanding of you know, the pros and cons, because I love the idea of these FPGAs, but a part of me is still thinking you could buy an ASIC, or you could invest in a masternode, or you could buy more GPUs. So I need to look at the pros and the cons of these FPGAs and, you know, separate the hype from the facts and all that. So thanks for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. Please do subscribe if you haven't already done so. I'll do another live stream this week, so stay tuned. Till next time, guys. Thanks for watching. And for the benefit of Seth, burglar.